I think this is really a common challenge across OECD countries, and everybody's looking at how you can merge sort of traditional policy skills and some of the new ones, like how do you engage better with the public, how we can draw insights from people's actual lives, new methods. So it's about bringing all those things together to improve our policy toolkit. The policy project in New Zealand was very much like what you were trying to do here in Australia. So it's about how to improve the quality of policy advice and policy capability across government. So I think the best way of doing that is to show, not to tell people what to do, but to show them how to do it. So by co-producing and co-creating the tools that you want people to use, you're actually showing by doing. So yeah, definitely a very collaborative and engagement approach. It's the antithesis of the command and control that I think has typically been something as how government works. I do, but I think they need to be articulated by the people who are actually producing policy advice. And what I'd really like to see is some notion of archetypes of policy people, because often we see job descriptions for policy people and they include all sorts of things, and you can't get all of those things in one person. So I'd like to see people become, they might be the engagement person in the team, or they might be the deep data analyst, or they might be a fantastic writer. But the important thing is the makeup of the team, and that we have good capability across the team, not necessarily just in one person. Yeah, I think often we've thought of policy people as just, I'm smart so I'm right, so smart people with good ideas. But in fact we need to think about the whole infrastructure that sits underneath that. So what sort of tools and processes they need, what sort of enabling environment they need, so good leadership and being able to be innovative. So there's a whole series of tools and processes that they can use to create good advice. But it's not just about being smart and having good ideas. I think that's a really big challenge. So there are some new methods that are being applied to policy now. Like I had a huge epiphany about design thinking. Other people are looking at behavioural insights. There's data and analytics. There's the social investment strategies. But the important thing is to know what to apply when. And I think nobody's really cracked that nut. So, some of them could be applied in combinations at different stages of the policy cycle. But the important thing is that we have them all in our toolkit and are able to pull them out when we need them. I think it's exactly how you've been operating here, is to be experimental, try stuff. If it fails, it doesn't matter. So, and I think actually that's how we should approach our role as advisors to ministers as well. Talk to ministers beforehand. Don't just produce a piece of advice and then throw it over to the minister and expect them to make a decision, but actually talk to them beforehand about what their intent is, what are they trying to achieve. And I think often ministers think that they have to have all the answers too, but that's what we're here for, is to help them find the right solutions. They just have to have the right questions and know what they want to achieve. I think just try it. I think by trying it, we see the benefits, we see working with other people, and be very, very humble. None of us have got all the answers, so if we work together, I think we can get a better product.